Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to learn how to make the perfect bra cups and how to customize the perfect bra cups for your individual size. So for that, you first have to measure the distance between the highest part of your breasts to your underbust, which effectively means that you'll have to measure the distance between your nipple to your underbust. So for me, it is going to be 3 inches, which is 15 chains for the yarn that I'm using. It will obviously vary depending upon the yarn and the hook size that you're using. For me, I've already measured it. It's 15 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We are done with our 15 chains, and now we're going to use double crochets for making our cups. However, I'll be using improvised double crochet. I'll just teach you how to do that in a while. So as you know, the bra cups, they cannot be having a lot of gaps, so they have to be solid. The stitch has to be solid. Even though double crochet stitch is quite solid, it still leaves a little bit of gaps, and to avoid that, I'm going to use the improvised double crochet stitch. So for that, we're going to chain 2, and now I am going to skip that very first chain, and in the second chain I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, and pull through. Now in the third chain again, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, and pull through. I'll have 3 loops on my hook, and as we do a usual double crochet, I'm going to pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. So this gives us our first double crochet. For our second double crochet, what we do usually is we yarn over, insert a hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and make a double crochet, but that is not how we're going to do it in this video. What we'll do is, you see this tiny little slanting stitch going on there? We're going to insert a hook in that stitch, pull through the yarn, we'll have 2 loops in a hook, and now we go to the next stitch and we pull through some yarn, I'm sorry. Now we have 3 stitches on a hook. We are going to pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops as usual for a double crochet. Now again, you see this slanting line. So there are 2 lines. There's a line up here and there's a line down here. We use the second one, we insert a hook in there, pull through the yarn. We have 2 loops on a hook, and now we go to the next stitch and pull through some yarn. We have 3 loops on a hook, we yarn over, pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. Again, we are going to go in that stitch, pull through, we go to the next stitch and pull through, and we make a double crochet. So this is how we make the improvised double crochet. You'll see in a while, as your project gets some body, you'll see that how different this double crochet looks from the usual double crochet that we make. You can already actually see that there are no gaps in between the double crochets. So yes, this stitch is perfect for a bralette, perfect for bra cups. I'm just going to continue making this stitch till we reach the end of our 15 stitches. So I'm going a bit slow so that you guys can actually see where I'm inserting the hook for making the improvised double crochet. You know, once you start using this way of making double crochets, you can never go back, because it is so, see, it is so beautiful. So this is effectively 2 single crochets on top of each other. So when you're doing this, when you're inserting your hook in here and grabbing some yarn, and when you're doing this stitch, it is actually 2 single crochets on top of each other. But I prefer this instead of just single crochets because it is quicker, and also it somehow looks neater than just making single crochets. Okay. So for the first timers, it can get a bit tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it is very easy. You'll just, okay, so now we have reached our last stitch, and here is when we have to make multiple stitches. So we are going to make 2 single crochets here in the last stitch. And yes, the single crochets that we make are the same ones, the improvised, sorry, did I just say single crochets? I meant we want to make 2 double crochets in the last stitch in the same manner that we have made all the double crochets. Once you make 2 double crochets, you chain 1, and you make another 2 double crochets in the same space, in the same stitch, sorry, in the same chain, in fact. Oops. Yes. So if you're going to get confused, you can just mark that chain 1 stitch right over here. You can mark it with a stitch marker. And another one in the same chain. Okay. So we make 4 double crochets in the same chain, and there's a chain in between 2 double crochets. Now again we go on this side. So we have made double crochets on one side, and this is going to be the second side. We're going to make double crochets all throughout on the other end of our chain. And while we are doing this, we'll grab this tail, and we are going to make our stitches over the tail as well, so that we don't have to sew in the tail later. As usual, we are going to make 1 double crochet in each stitch till we reach the end. Now I'm just going to complete making my double crochets, and I'll see you at the end of this row. Now we are at the end of our row, and I wanted to show you guys how to finish the row as usual. So please make sure that you're crocheting right up till the last stitch, because if you miss even 1 stitch in this, your cup might not look tidy. Actually, you cannot even make a cup. If you miss 1 stitch, you cannot form a proper cup. So I'll show you how to begin the next row using the improvised double crochet stitch. So usually what we do is we chain 3 and we turn around our work, but in the improvised double crochet stitch we are just chaining 2 and not 3, and that too we are not going to chain it right away. We'll first turn our work. Remember, don't chain 2 and turn your work. First turn your work and then make chain 2. I know it's a very little detail, but that will massively change how your stitch looks. And now you go to the second stitch, pull through the yarn, you go in, second chain, not stitch, and now you go in the first stitch, pull through the yarn. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, you yarn over, pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. So you get your first double crochet, and now as usual you're going to make double crochets in each of the stitch. Now I am going to continue making this till I reach the chain 1 space that we had made. So I hope you guys, like, you'll be marking it with a stitch marker, right? So that chain 1 is where we again make 4 double crochets. I'll show you guys how. I'll just continue making my stitches and I'll see you once I reach that chain 1 space. So now we have reached the point wherein we had made the chain 1 space, and it's a very tough spot to see, I know, but here it is, and we are going to make 2 double crochets in there like we did in the earlier row. So it might be difficult for you guys to see exactly where my hook is going, but yes, I know this is the chain that I had made, chain one space that I had made, and I'm going to make 2 double crochets right in there. We again go in the same chain 1 space to make another double crochet. And we chain 1. And now in the same space we are going to make 2 more double crochets. Now I know making 4 double crochets in the same chain 1 space might get a little bit tough, but we want our cups to be solid, and this is how we can achieve it. And the last stitch in the same chain 1 space. You can see again we have formed that curve that we need, and now in the next stitch, as usual, we are going to make our double crochets, 1 on top of each stitch till we get at the end of the row. And this is the same process that we follow for our whole cup. So this is the only thing that we're going to do, 1 double crochet on top of each stitch till we reach our chain 1 space. In the chain 1 space we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets, all in the same chain 1 space. And again for the rest of the row we are going to make 1 double crochet each on top of each stitch. So I hope you have got the gist of what is to be done to make your cup. This is the only thing, and you can continue making more rows. So there is no particular number of rows that you need to make the cups. According to your size, according to your liking, you can make the cup as big as or as small as you want. You just need to continue making these rows as I have told you. So I'm gonna make my rows. I'll make it according to my liking, and I'll see you once my cup is done. So once done, your cup is going to look somewhat like this. So we started from here we started crocheting from here, and we have made a lot of rows, as you can see. And this is how your cup looks like. And I'll just show you, I'll just stretch this cup and show you how solid it is. You see there are no gaps that you can see. It is completely solid. You cannot see through it at all. So this is how you make the perfect bralette cups, and this is how you size the cup. Thank you for watching my video. If you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Happy crocheting!